Are you an RC mega fan? Do you find yourself loving the hobby so much that you couldn't live without owning at least one RC car? I know I certainly do. That is why today we will be taking a look at the 5 RC cars I couldn't live without. I've been into the RC hobby for over 20 years and I've had hundreds of different RC cars. From crawlers to micro FPV cars, all the way up to the large scale stuff like the XMAXX AS and HPI Baja 5B. Throughout the years, I have come across some really awesome cars and some not so awesome. People have their own opinions on what they would choose as their top 5, but this video is purely based on my personal opinion and a choice of some of the cars I know if I had to part with, my life would feel incomplete. So let's take a look at what I've placed at the number 5 spot. But before you do that, this is the perfect opportunity to hit that subscribe button and make sure you've got notifications turned on. Subscribing to the channel is free and it really helps with the overall channel growth, and most of all it supports me to keep making these videos. At number 5 we have the Team Corelli KRONOS XTR 2022. One of the most controversial RC trucks of the year, and that is because most people think that because it's an upgraded stronger version of the normal KRONOS, this means it's totally unbreakable at skate parks or when being launched off of huge ramps. This is certainly not the case, and even the ARRMA EXB range will break after heavy impacts. The truth is, no RC car is unbreakable, regardless of brand. So why do I think the KRONOS deserves a place on this list? Well, it's an epic all-rounder that is built tough, handles extremely well, and being a rolling chassis, you get the choice of what electronics you want to run, meaning you can really make the truck your own. I run a Hobbywing Max 8 ESC and a Team Corelli COULDN 825 motor, which has treated me very well on 4S, but on 6S things do get a little warm. For the 6S fans out there, you may be better off going with a larger motor and the ESC combo like the Hobbywing Max 6. This is a large truck and would definitely benefit from the extra power. I used to run a Banggood special servo on the XTR, but have since changed to a better Savox servo, which is more responsive and it's really improved handling. This truck has turned into one of my daily bashers and it almost always comes home with me in one piece. Part of the reason it does is because I no longer bother with skate park bashing, and this is because I just don't find it very fun, and there's nothing fun about breaking a truck after 5 minutes. That is the perfect way to ruin your day. I used to do skate park videos on my channel, but it was never something I enjoyed doing, which is why I've made the choice to not do them anymore. There are plenty of channels out there who have the disposable income and the time to waste on parts after smashing up a perfectly good RC car. These days I much prefer running my trucks on pump tracks and in the local forests. So the KRONOS is ideal for someone who wants to push their truck hard and have the peace of mind knowing it will almost always come home in one piece after normal or heavy bashing. If you do decide to take it to the skate park, it will definitely break, just like every other RC car out there. It is not unbreakable. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the ARRMA INFRACTION 3S BLX. Are you a Street Basher fan? If yes, then this will tick every single box for you. I got this a couple of months ago and it is now my go-to RC car for when I'm fancying some high-speed drift action on road. Not only is the 3S INFRACTION fast, reaching speeds up to 65 miles per hour with the speed gearing, but it also loves sliding. Just be prepared to replace those tyres regularly, especially if you plan on doing burnouts. The INFRACTION 3S BLX shares lots of components with the other trucks in the 3S BLX range, meaning spares are readily available and so are the upgrades. The 3S INFRACTION is ready to go straight out of the box and is an absolute delight to drive with the included gyro, which is adjustable from the transmitter. This means you get effortless power slides and a huge amount of fun. I managed to reach a speed of 53 miles per hour using the stock pinion and a 3S LiPo. This felt like more than enough for me at the time, but I am in the process of turning this into my new speedrun car, but more on that in a future video. So why is it on the list? Well, it's simple. It's so addicting to drive and it sounds fantastic. sounds amazing. I will leave links to all of the full review videos of all the cars mentioned in this video down in the description below, so be sure to check those out. Moving on to number 3, and it has to be the ARRMA TYPHON 6S. This is another one of my daily bashers, and mainly due to how versatile it actually is. If you fancy some off-road action, this thing has you covered. And if you fancy some on-road action, simply fit some good on-road tyres and you're going to be reaching speeds up to 70 miles per hour using the included speed pinion. The included Spectrum electronics are more than capable for this buggy, and I've never felt the need to make any major upgrades to the electronic system. Durability is top notch, as you would expect from ARRMA, and so is the build quality. The TYPHON 6S handles like a dream and is at home on a track and out in the field bashing. I love the versatility of a 1/8 scale buggy, and if I had to pick one RC car for the rest of my life, this would be a serious contender. EXB upgrades are available should you wish for even more durability, but up until now I haven't bothered, and apart from minor breakages, I've never had any major issues. If all of this sounds amazing but you prefer to pick your own electronics, then consider the TLR TYPHON roller, which is an incredible machine, again both on track and off-road bashing. The TLR version is loaded with upgrades over the stock version and is seriously impressive. The TYPHON 6S has become one of my favourite RC buggies of all time, and it never disappoints. Moving on, we have the team associated rival MT10 at the number 2 spot. Ah yes, the ultimate cheap 3S 1/10 scale bomb-proof basher. Out of all the cars I've tested both on and off my channel, this 3S beast has to take the crown for being one of the most durable trucks I have ever owned. It just takes so much abuse and is perfect for throwing around at a skate park if that's what you're into. So it's durable, but it's also fairly quick out the box, managing a 2S speed of 27 miles per hour and a 3S speed of 37 miles per hour. These speeds are more than enough if you intend to be throwing this truck off of ramps and harsh terrain. Many RC YouTubers have praised this truck for its strength, and I have to agree, it does take one hell of a beating. So this truck is ideal for newcomers in the hobby who want something that is quick, durable and able to take a few impacts. Not only that, but I really like the styling on this truck, and I love the LED lights. What an awesome truck, and even though the team associated 1/8 scale MT8 was a little bit of a failure, we can count on the MT10 every single time. If I had to pick between this and the ARRMA Granite or the Big Rock, I really do think I would pick this, as in my opinion it handles better thanks to the centre diff. The MT10 ticks so many boxes and is 1/10 scale RC perfection. So there can only be one number one RC car that I couldn't live without, and I wonder if you've guessed it. At the number one spot, it has to be the Traxxas XMAXX, the undefeated king of RC bashers. The XMAXX needs no introduction, it is simply a beast of an RC truck, and if you're into RC, then you would definitely have heard of it. It's so big and impressive, it almost took up the entire space I had on my counter, as you can see here. The XMAXX is built to be tough and strong, and it never disappoints. This truck costs £1,000 or $1,000, which is an insane amount of money for an RC truck, but I have to say, it is worth every single penny. Once you buy two 4S batteries and a suitable charger, the cost is going to skyrocket to almost £1,500 or $1,500, which is just an insane amount of money for an RC car. So is it worth the price tag? I did an entire video on this exact question, so be sure to check that out after this video. Costing as much as it does, you would expect it to be perfect straight out the box. Well, unfortunately, it isn't. I needed to replace my steering servo after about 4 runs, and the included electronics sometimes feel a little bit weak and sluggish, but if you can see past the minor flaws this truck has, it is fantastic. I recently switched to the Proline Raptor body, which has held up great and is proving to be stronger than the included body, so definitely check that out if you are considering an XMAXX as your next RC truck. There are hundreds of upgrades available for the XMAXX and endless mods, which make it even more capable. This is a truck I could simply not live without. It always puts a smile on my face and it always turns heads. People are always so impressed by its size, speed and presence. So there we go then, 5 amazing RC cars which I absolutely love and I would never part with. Why not leave a comment down below and let me know your top 5 RC cars that you couldn't live without. There are always so many new releases on a yearly basis, so who knows, this time next year I may have replaced some of these with new models. We will have to wait and see. Cheers for watching today's video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more great RC content, and I'll see you again soon on the next one. Take care.